A long time ago, in a world filled with people, something special was about to happen. The people on earth had forgotten to be kind. They made bad choices and were not listening to God's words. But there was one man who was different from everyone else. His name was Noah. Noah was gentle and good-hearted. He listened to God and tried his best to do the right thing every day. One day, God spoke to Noah with a very important message. He told Noah that a big flood was coming to clean the world and make it new again. But God didn't want Noah or his family to be in danger. God had a plan to keep them safe. He told Noah to build a very large boat called an ark. This ark would be big enough to hold Noah, his family, and 2 of every kind of animal in the world, 1 male and 1 female of each. Noah listened carefully and started building the ark just as God had asked. It was a huge job. He worked for many days, pounding nails and fitting the wooden boards together. People in the village saw Noah working and wondered what he was doing. Some of them even laughed at him because there was no water nearby. But Noah kept working, trusting God's words. When the ark was finished, it was as long as 1.5 football fields and as tall as a building with 3 floors. Then, something amazing happened. Animals from all over the earth began to arrive at the ark. There were tall giraffes, lumbering elephants, tiny mice, hopping kangaroos, and fluttering birds of every color. Noah and his family helped each animal find its special place inside the ark. They brought food and water for everyone, making sure all the animals would be safe and comfortable. When everyone was ready, Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives all went inside the ark. God closed the door, and soon, big dark clouds gathered in the sky. Suddenly, raindrops began to fall. First, it was just a sprinkle, but soon it turned into a heavy rain. The rain poured down for 40 days and 40 nights. Water covered everything, the hills, the trees, and even the highest mountains. But inside the ark, Noah, his family, and all the animals were safe and dry. After many days, the rain finally stopped. The sun peeked out from behind the clouds, and the water slowly began to go away. The ark floated on top of the water for a long time. Noah wanted to see if dry land had appeared, so he sent out a dove. The first time, the dove came back with nothing, but the second time, the dove brought back a fresh green leaf. Noah knew that the water was going down, and soon there would be land again. Finally, the ark came to rest on a mountain. God told Noah it was safe to come out. Noah, his family, and all the animals stepped out of the ark onto dry ground. The animals ran, hopped, and flew off to find their new homes. Noah was so thankful that God had kept them safe. He built a special altar and thanked God with all his heart. Then, something beautiful appeared in the sky, a bright, colorful rainbow. God promised Noah that he would never send a flood to cover the earth again. The rainbow was a sign of God's promise and love for all people and animals. And from that day on, every time we see a rainbow, we can remember Noah's story and the promise of hope and new beginnings.